Okay. Hello everybody, how are you doing? Have we started? Let me check here on my monitor if my sound is coming through properly, but I think it is. It's always good to check. But I think it's correct. Okay. Yes, it is. Hello everybody, how are you doing, fellas? I hope you are all doing fine. I can see there Rocket Boy, Vicky, Curly Patty, hello there. We also had Cropping here and Dragomir, Uncle Leo, Cartola, and a lot of good people here. Nice to have you here, fellas. Speedrun Guy, hello there. Curly Patty saying yes, yes, yes. Nice to have you here, Curly Patty. Come play with us today. We are on the Miami server. As you can see, I'll be playing some Pyro today. And if you want to just copy and paste the IP, it's also on the description of the stream. So all you have to do is go on your TF2 developer console and type in connect, followed by this IP, and hit enter and you should be on your way to the server. So come play with us, it will be nice. Hey, hello there, Cropping. Wolfsburg is also here. Hello, Wolfsburg. Come play with us. The IP again is on the description and it will also be up there, as you can see on the corner. Let me get into the game, because as you can see we already have here Rocket Boy with his funny loadouts, and Uncle Leo and Allison here on the server with us. So come play, it will be nice, it will be fun. And we have here Allison with his nice unusual. That effect, I don't remember what's the name of that effect, but it's a cool one. If you ask me, I really like it. And I'm dying here, I think... there is Uncle Leo. Uncle Leo is always trying to find new and weird spots. I didn't manage to land on here. To jump on with his Force of Nature. A lot of fun to use the Force of Nature, for sure. And his unusual effect is hovering there, now it disappeared. Go figure. But yeah, come play with us, it will be nice. It will be a lot of fun. Firefly connected here, another one of my friends. Let's play together, fellas. And how are you all doing? Let me know on chat there. Also have there Eucatex. Hello, Eucatex. I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. Ronan, my day is being very pleasant today, Ronan. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm actually editing a video about the Steam Deck. You know, the handheld console by Valve. And Alison killed me there with his sound. So earlier today I was recording the audio for that video, and I'm already making the thumbnail as well. So I imagine about 6 or 7 hours from now I should post a teaser on my community tab about the thumbnail of that video that I plan to release tomorrow or Tuesday. So it's been quite a day, Ronan. I'm enjoying myself for sure. Hey, hello Salgado. I'm fine. Glad to have you here as well, Salgado. Nice to have everyone here playing with us. So let's play now. I want to see if I can air blast some direct hit rockets. So let's try to provoke him. Oh, he died, okay. But I'm going to play now. Let me try to hit Uncle Leo. I can't land on Uncle Leo, it's so hard. And he missed me as well. But I don't usually use the thermal thruster with Pyro, but I figured it would be fun to try it out today, you know. Just for a change of pace. It is interesting to have all these mobility options on Pyro, you know. It's not something you usually do as a Pyro. So I really enjoyed when they added the thermal thruster into the game. I think it was a good addition to Pyro's loadout. Hey, Super Simple Squad, glad to have you here. Hello there. How are you doing? And again, come play with us. I just saw that your last grape joined here. Nice. I don't know if I agree with that, my fella, but it's okay. I'm not pro-violence, you know. So that's it. I think we should resolve our issues, our conflicts with peace. That's the way to go, in my opinion. But not when you are playing Team Fortress 2. When you're playing Team Fortress 2, you want to really kill the sniper who's playing with the huntsman. Hey, Curly Patty joined. Nice, Curly Patty. Let's see, where is Uncle? Ah, there's that soldier, okay. And he hit me on the air and he was like, no, you won't be jumping on me. Just you wait, Allison. Just you wait for me. And Uncle Leo is saying, gotta tell you, getting killed with the cleaver is super satisfying. Yes, it is, for sure, Uncle Leo. I remember back when the cleaver would combo well with the Sandman, you know. It was very awesome to do those 1-2 shots. You know. I've already felt Uncle Leo's cleaver here. And Firefly's arrow. Firefly is always with his huntsman. I really wish I could play well with the huntsman, you know. I can't do it for whatever reason. Whenever I play sniper with the huntsman, I usually do very badly, you know. Okay, this is really a scout, nice. Let's try to jump on that soldier again. I think the only problem with the thermal thruster is you can't really strafe with it, you know. The trajectory is very easy to predict. So I guess it's the downside to that weapon. But because I play soldier a lot, I always want to strafe whenever I'm on the air. And I feel like the thermal thruster does not allow me to do that, actually. Nice, Rocket Boy, nice. I hope you're recording for your YouTube channel, because it seems he has a YouTube channel. I think his name is advertising his channel. So yeah, record some nice market gardeners for your channel. It will be fun to watch later. And I think I better come get some health here. Nice, got him. Okay, let's get this scout now. I do have a medic. Thank you so much, Ninetails. Thank you very much. Your help is appreciated. Let's see if I can protect him. Because I knew Uncle Leo was around trying to flank us. Okay. And he died there. We have to try and keep the points. I want to jump on this soldier here. You see, if I try to strafe, I don't really have much control, you know, not as much at least as when I play soldier. could not air blast the rocket there, but at least he didn't hit me as well, so it's okay. And we have here I think this is Curly Patty, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was Curly Patty, yes, with his stylish Pyro loadout. Ronan is on the server. Nice, Ronan. Glad you managed to connect. And Dev is there. Hello, Dev. Nice to have you here. Gaming Bros. Hello, Gaming Bros. Nice to have you all here, fellas. And Trolleyfish as well. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Crop is saying, by the way, Professor, I am Allison on the server, and my pronouns are she, her. Oh, I'm sorry, Allison. I thought you were a guy, because at least here in Brazil, it is very common to have guys named Allison, you know. I remember, I think I've met in my life about 3 or 4 Allisons, and all of them were guys here in Brazil. So please forgive me. I'll use your correct pronouns from now on. I'm sorry about that. I know in English it is sort of a name for you know, both sexes, if I'm not mistaken. But here in Brazil it is more often we find guys named Allison. For whatever reason, you know. But thanks for pointing that out, Allison. Nice to have you here with us. And thank you for the compliment, thank you so much. And Wolfsburg is saying, you did a very good job for the video about TF2 and Valve. I loved it. Thank you, I'm glad you enjoyed that video, Wolfsburg. It was kind of a bit of work, you know, writing the script for that one. Because I knew it would be a controversial video, and I wanted to, you know, really express myself in the most precise manner I could. I know it is a video full of flaws, and it isn't perfect, as nothing is really, but I tried very hard, you know. And the one I'm gonna post tomorrow about the Steam Deck is another one of those scripted videos, you know. I think it will be interesting. And Uncle Leo Skater Boy here. Best taunt in the game. And here we have Allison playing with us. Now she's using the Cow Mangler, okay, and it's on my team, so I won't be able to air blast. But it's okay, I'm sure there will be a soldier on the other team for us to air blast. Nice. What else are you fellas saying? Let me see. Super Simple is saying that he was the medic. Ah, you were Nine Tails? Super Simple. Nice. Thank you for healing me. And Crop is saying, really? Wow, I didn't know about the name. That's wild. Yeah, you know, here in Brazil at least, I don't know how it is in other countries. It is... We could find, you know, girls named Alison here in Brazil, but it is more often than not to find guys with that name. Brazil is you know, another universe. It's kind of a weird country. But it's okay. I have a sniper up there. I want to try and get him. He's not paying attention. You see? Now I think he saw me. Yeah, he saw me. I wish I could air blast his arrow, you know. If I were good enough, I'm sure I'd be able to do that. There's no... I don't have to jump. Oh my god, I'm stuck here. Okay. Managed to get away from that scout. He's following, but... Yeah, he gave up. Okay. Let's continue here. What else are you saying? Uncle Liu is talking about the name Sasha. In Czech, it is both female and male. Yes, I know, for example, in Russian. I'm not sure about that. If anyone speaks Russian, please let me know. But I think that in Russia, Sasha is more of a male name. For example, Heavy, the heavy weapons guy from TF2, is called Sasha, isn't he? No, it isn't. What's his name? My wife is telling me I'm wrong. Misha? Ah, yeah, that's right. Sasha is his minigun. Perhaps I'm talking nonsense here. I don't know. But I know there are in other languages names like that, you know, that are for both sexes. I think that in some places of the word Benjamin, that's my name, I'm called Benjamin, is one of those that can both be used for boys and girls. But yeah, words are weird, that's for sure. Let's see if I... Oh, there's a spy here. I was going to say, let's see if I can cap this point here. Nice. And there's a scout coming up. Hey, hello Jillian, my good friend Jillian. Thank you so much for the super chat. The super beer. There, thank you very much Jillian. I really like those super stickers. I think they're a lot more fun than Twitch's emojis, you know, or emotes. I think that's how they're called in Twitch. Thank you so much, Jillian. Thank you for the help, my friend. You're awesome. Glad to have you here. Come play with us as well, Jillian. We are on the Miami server today. So yeah. And Trolleyfish saying that Sasha in Russian can be both female and male. Yeah, so I was talking nonsense there. So yeah. What else are you saying? Curly Betty is asking the most important question. Do you like grapes or watermelon? I like both, Curly Patty. Both grapes and watermelons. But I think I prefer grapes, that's for sure. So yeah. You fellas are so funny. I really like the questions you send me, fellas. You're awesome. Ambrose is asking, what's my opinion on Attack Engines? Do you like to play as it? I don't really play Engineer that much, Gaming Bros. But you know, I think Attack Engine is fine. The only thing I don't like about Attack Engine is when they use the Widowmaker with hey, Curly Patty's here. Is when they use the Widowmaker with a pocket medic, you know, especially when the medic is rocking quick streak. I think the Widowmaker should be nerfed as the Calmangler is, you know, to not accept critical Ubers. I think that would be a necessary nerf. But other than that, Attack Engine is fine. It's just that I don't really play as Engineer. And Dev is saying, I liked your video about Valve and TF2, and I think it's really accurate, and I haven't seen many videos describe it as well as you did. Thank you very much, Dev. Thank you so much. I think what happens is, usually most creators are sort of, you know, afraid of backlash for calling out Valve for what it is, you know. Valve is a huge corporation that goes after whatever they find interesting. There's still, for whatever reason, this idea that we have to be, you know, loyal fans to Valve or something like that. And I'm a fan of Valve in a lot of different aspects, but I don't really like how they treat TF2, and I think we have to call it out, you know. but I believe most YouTubers don't want to deal with that because they're afraid of backlash or stuff like that, you know, from angry fanboys on the internet. But, well, in my experience, angry fanboys will appear whatever you say, you know, whatever you say, there will be people angry about what you're saying on your videos. So as much as you have to be respectful and everything like that, you shouldn't be afraid to say what you think about large corporations, you know. So I think that's why there aren't many people calling out Valve as a giant corporation like that. Another creator I've seen do that a lot is Jim Sterling. I don't know if you're familiar with the work Jim Sterling makes here on YouTube, but it's very informative, and his channel has made a lot of good points about Valve in the past. But other than that, I don't really see many videos like that on that topic. So I thought it was necessary to make one, you know. So yeah. Let's see what else are you saying here. Ingenu is saying, I made and Uncle Liu say angry fanboys. No, I meant to say, Uncle Liu, fanboys, you know, F-A-N boys. That's what I meant to say, Uncle Liu. My English is not the best, fellas, please forgive my pronunciation. But yeah, I meant to say fanboys, F-A-N, like in the Force of Nature, you know, the fan of war, like that. Uncle Liu, always so funny. And Geno is saying, I made it. I had a question for you, old school. Do you think it would be a good idea if Valve made TF2 open source and have people contribute code to the game? That's exactly what I think should be done, you know, for TF2. I think TF2 is past the point where it should be kept as a closed source product, you know. I think TF2 is already a legacy game, and it would be great for it if Valve would release it under the public domain. And I think that's Gillian. Let's see if I can airblast. It is hard to play Pyro with 100 ping, you know. I always feel like my air blasts are off by a couple seconds. Yeah, it is Gillian. It is my friend Gillian. Nice to have you playing with us, my friend. But yeah, I think it would be good for TF2 to be open sourced and released under public domain. Because, you know, people often say that it would be easier to cheat on the game like that, and that's not wrong, but it would also be easier to fix the game's problems, you know, to sort of try and fight back against that. But I think the main benefit of open sourcing TF2 isn't even that we would be able to fight against cheaters or whatever, you know. I think the main benefit is we would be able to fork the game, you know, like to grab the source code and develop new products from it. So if any indie studio or any community group wants to develop, for example, their own version of TF2, they would be able to do that. And in my opinion, that's very important for the game's survival in the long term, you know. If TF2 stays in Valve's hands exclusively, eventually the game will get shut down. You know, I think that's something that's inevitable. For it to last forever, it has to become free in terms of freedom, not in free-to-play, and open source, you know. But that's my opinion, you can disagree if you want. That's just what I think. So yeah. And Uncle Liu is saying, by the way, last time we talked about anime. I have never ever been into anime because I considered weebs weird. But lately I absolutely fall in love with Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell is amazing. I've only watched a couple of episodes and it is a great anime, you know, very good. Excellent, I'm glad you're enjoying anime, Uncle Liu. Anime is great. Don't let the weird fellas, you know, distract you from that. Anime is great, go watch anime, it is a lot of fun. And Gino is saying that open source is not the same as less secure. Yes, exactly. And open source is the code getting unspaghettied or unspaghettified. Yes, I also think about that a lot, you know, Gino. Because, you know, imagine, for example, if TF2 were open source already, we would have the master config and the team controls 2 project already implemented into the game. We could have a lot, you know, we could have a bot detector implemented straight into the game, you know, for example, Pazer developed one, and it could have been merged into TF2 already and improved, because I know that Pazer's bot detector isn't perfect, but if TF2 were open source, I imagine that 2 could be made a lot better, you know. So it would really benefit an old game like TF2. I think most people who are afraid of this idea of TF2 becoming open source do so mostly because they don't really understand what is an open source project and how it works. You know, I think that really is one of the main things that scare people away from open source. But yeah, a lot of great things are open source, you know. Most server tools to host servers are free and open source, and it makes them more secure because, you know, everyone can take a look at the code and improve it, fix it, and stuff like that. So I'm all for it. Those who have been watching me for a while know I'm really a fan of Linux and open source software. I think it's the future. So yeah, the point is ours, so we can push them. I'll check chat in just a sec, fellas. Just let me position myself here and see what I can do. Where is the enemy team? Where is the red team? Where did they go? There, there's a heavy there. Okay. He fell down, nice. Come on, Gillian. Okay, got him once, but yeah, the extinguisher is not what it used to be. It is still pretty good, but I have to remember that just one swing isn't enough anymore. So yeah, what else are you saying? Dev is saying, if people want TF2 open source for mod, we already have the resources for mods, as always, as Valve always gave us those resources. Yeah, but you know, it's kind of like from leaks and stuff like that, you know, Dev. What we have for mods, you know, access to the source engine, to the docs for the source engine, and there's even some code leaked from TF2 is good and everything, but a lot more could be done if the actual game were to be open source, you know. It would really improve the amount of good products we have coming out of TF2, you know. I think about, for example, the Open Fortress projects. I think they are trying to remake TF2 codes from scratch to release, you know, a truly open source version of TF2. And you know, it's good and all, but Valve could simply... Jillian's paying attention. Yeah, he saw me. If Valve could simply just open source the code and release it for us, it will do wonders. I always manage to hit him, but I can't kill him. I have to rethink my strategy here. So yeah. And Curly Pat is saying, do you have any ideas for non-commentary videos? Something fun, like frag edited video or something? Also question, can you show us your budgie? Right now it isn't very easy for me to pick him up, Curly Patty. I'll post a picture of him on Twitter later. And I'll tag you, so you can see my budgie. Because he's on the other room, I'd have to bring his cage here. I don't think it would be very easy. I really like him, but he's not a tame budgie, you know. He doesn't like to come on my finger, for example, for me to show you easily. Now he died, okay. I was gonna try and hit him again, but he died already. But in terms of other content, aside from video commentaries, I think I'll do a sort of edited frag video someday. I have some clips that I want to... Firefly hit me hard there. I have some clips that I want to put together in a video. And is my screen open? Yes, it is, okay. Okay, I have to check if my screen is open. Sometimes I stream with it closed on my other Brazilian channel and then my subscribers warn me about it, but it's open today. Nice. But I think I'll try to keep this channel mostly to stream highlights and live streams as we do weekly, and commentary videos, because at least in my experience, that's what I can produce with consistent quality, you know. I would have killed him there if I could hit the extinguisher. So that's why I sort of stick to those types of content, you know, the video commentaries and the stream highlights. I really like frag clips and edits like that, but I'm not a very good editor and I don't have the patience to make a really good frag movie, you know, a really good frag clip. So that's why I usually don't bother a lot with those sorts of content. I think it is very important when you are thinking of... I swung too early there. When you're thinking about, you know, what sort of videos you're going to make for your channel, I think it is important to find a niche, you know, a sort of video you can do well. And if you try to do everything, you know, you won't be good at everything. And you might even, you know, dilute your audience like that. So that's why I like to stick with those two types of videos. I think when you are starting out and you have a channel that's under 1,000 subs, it is very healthy to experiment and try making different sorts of videos. But after you sort of find your spot, you should stick to it. In my opinion at least, and that's what I'm doing here with the commentary videos. So yeah. What else are you saying? Let me see there. Fireman is asking if I have an opinion on the Dragon's Fury, especially the crit boosted pushes with it. I really like the Dragon's Fury. I think right now it is in a good spot, you know, it is a usable weapon, but it isn't too strong, and it is different from other Pyro's primary weapons. Curly Patty with the high-tech engineer, very nice skin, Curly Patty. Very nice skin, good looking one, very nice. So I like the Dragon's Fury. I think it is a good alternative to Pyro's flamethrower, you know. It isn't perfect, but it is fun to use, that's for sure, in my opinion, you know. And I'm saying he's he's or she, I'm not sure now, I have to question myself. Dev is saying that they are a massive coding hacking nerd, so they're always open for open source, modding, all that stuff. Yeah, it would be great, you know, if TF2 got open sourced. I think it would be really good for the game in the long term. And Crop is saying, Team Fortress 2 was originally a mod, and it would be great if that essence could be carried forward from this game in future generations. Yes, completely agree with that, Cropping. Curly Patty is getting so silly here. I really would enjoy, you know, if TF2 became sort of a platform. If it wasn't just a game, but if it became a platform for people to build other games upon it, you know. It sort of is like that, especially when you consider there are a lot of community game modes. But again, it could be a lot more like that. Come on, how wasn't that a crit? It could be a lot more like that. And thank you for the heals, Edison. Thank you so much. I don't respect friendlies, I'm sorry, friends. Like, nothing against friendlies, but I want to play TF2. That's what I want to do here. People are laughing at Valve here. Now I get what Uncle Lee was saying on chat. People are laughing at Valve, yes. Let's burn Valve here, yeah. That's what Valve deserves. I'm just joking, okay? There's a bit of truth in every joke, but I'm just joking. But yeah, I wish TF2 would become this platform, you know, for others to build upon. It would be neat. Managed to do what I wanted since the start of stream. Nice. I'm sorry for the taunt, Firefly, but I really think it was... I think it was adequate. Finally, I managed to air blast an arrow. So yeah. Hey, Analysis, hello there 2D, nice. And hello Gabriel, glad to have you here as well. I'm very thankful for you fellas coming and watch my stream. That's very good. And Jenna is saying open source TF2 or TF2 ported to source 2. How about open source TF2 on source 2? I think that would be even better. There are some people trying to recreate TF2 on source 2. These fellas are having a good time. There are some people trying to recreate. There's a mini sentry somewhere to recreate TF2 on source 2. I think on the source 2 version of Gary's mod, that's something like S and Box. I think it is something like that. The name of the game that they are building there. And you know, I'm very interested for that. I think it would be a nice project to check it out. You know, imagine if we can host community servers for TF2 on source 2. It would be nice. It would be very amazing to be able to do that. I know I would try to get 1 or 2 servers running. You can count on me for that. This map is very good, you know. I said on an older stream that for whatever reason my servers always like to come to this map when I'm streaming. Gillian, he has an Australian range. Nice, Gillian. Very nice weapon. Nice. And Mr. Hat with his Australian scattergun. I really like Australian weapons. They look great. This one was gifted to me by Gillian, who's playing with us. Very nice. Let's get this scout here. Trollfish, why won't you die? Okay, now you're dead. Nice. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, about servers, fellas, we opened a server in Oceania this week. We now have a server on Sydney, Australia, for people to play on if they want. I don't think I'll ever stream on that Australian server because my ping is just impossible, you know. I tried getting there, but I just have, you know, too much ping. I really can't play there. But the server is running for you to enjoy. And I'll probably open a server on Singapore. We made a poll on the channel's community tab this week about that, you know, where in Asia should I open a server. And last time I checked, Singapore was winning there. So I will probably open a server there on this next week. And I'll let you fellas know about it. So yeah, thanks to the support I'm getting on this channel here as well, I'm being able to really, you know, expand our... that didn't help me there. I'm really being able to expand our server network to more regions. Yeah, and I think that's very important, you know. I'll make a video about the importance of community servers someday, but oftentimes we see people talking about community servers as if they are only successful if they are populated, you know, if there are always people playing there. And I don't think like that. I think community servers are like insurance for the community, you know. They are an asset for when the community needs them. So even an empty community server is useful. You know, that's what I mean to say. But I'll miss the shot there. But I'll make a video about it in the future to really explain why I think like that. So yeah. What else are you fellas saying there on chat? Let me see. Only saying come with us, laugh at Valve, Professor. That's very, very funny that you were laughing at Valve. It was adequate. It was very, very, very good. I agree. And Country Ball is asking if I watch Fat Magic's video. I try to, you know, I try to watch a lot of different creators, but I don't really find only, you know, only gameplay that interesting. It is interesting and everything, but I try to follow more creators that post commentary videos, since that's more in line of what I do. But Fat Magic is a great fella, you know. I think he has a lot of potential on YouTube, and I'm glad he's having success. Very nice gameplays he makes. So yeah. Gabriel is saying, best scout weapon is the fish. End of discussion. The fish is a lot of fun to use, that's for sure. And Curly Patty is saying, okay, 2 things. Any cosplay ideas? Cosplay ideas. I don't know, perhaps someday I'll do a Naruto cosplay, you know, just for the lols. I think it would be funny. Perhaps a Kakashi cosplay, you know, something like that. I think I can pull off with a wig and a face mask. So yeah. And second thing, can I make a frag video for you? It would require your materials. I just love to make stuff for others. Also, it's a good thing for views. Oh, of course, Curly Patty, if you really want to edit frags, for sure, just let me know later on Twitter and we can talk about it. I think it's a good idea. I usually prefer to make my own frag videos, but it would be interesting. That's correct, you know. Send me a message on Twitter later, we can talk about it, for sure. And what else? Wolfsburg was saying something. If TF2 became pay-to-play, no more cute free-to-play players, 95% less friendly heavies, competitive would still be empty. Yeah, that's a meme format. I agree, you know, it would not be a good thing for TF2 to become pay-to-play again. I agree there should be some sort of prime matchmaking, just like there is on CSGO, but the game becoming, and I'm being pushed here, but the game becoming pay-to-play again would not be a good thing, in my opinion. So yeah. And Croppy is saying, have you ever tried animating in Source Filmmaker? I had some ideas for animations, but the program seems so janky and buggy, I'm not sure if it is worth the effort to start learning it now. I think it is a good idea to learn Source Filmmaker, you know, even if you're not, and let's go play, okay Gina, let's go! Let's go! Even if you won't really learn how to animate on Source Filmmaker cropping, it is interesting to learn to make posters, you know, to make static images with it. You can start from there, you know, with those static images, learn to make posters, wallpapers, you know, stuff like that. And then you can go from that to doing some animations. I've learned a bit of animating on Source Filmmaker. It is janky, but it is not impossible, and it isn't even that hard, you know, to make a simple animation. So I would encourage you to try and do that. It is a lot of fun to learn. It's a fun learning process. Go for it. I think you will enjoy it. And Uncle Leo sent me also a super sticker here, 100 Czech crowns. Thank you so much, Uncle Leo. Wrecked, yeah. Just got wrecked by that sentry there. I always try to air blast the sentry's rockets, but it is easier said than done. Thank you for the support, my friend, Uncle Leo. Thank you so much. It really helps. You know, thank you very much, fellas. All of you. Just you being here watching my stream already helps, and I'm thankful for that. But monetary support is a huge thing for me here. Thank you so much. It's thanks to that we can have our servers. Is Ellison there? That's a nice effect you got there, Ellison. I really like the pumpkin bombs on the rocket launcher. Very good. So yeah. And what was I saying again? And Ellison died there. Poor Ellison. Let me jump here as well. A lot of fun. So, but what was I saying? I forgot what. About animating on Source Filmmaker. Go for it, Croppy. It is a lot of fun. And I don't know if I remember well, but cropping is Ellison. I think it's the same person. So yeah, go for it. It is fun. We have here Curly Patty. I think Curly Patty knows. Okay, I managed to air blast there. Didn't do much, but I air blasted the rockets. I think Curly Patty knows a bit of animating on Source Filmmaker. And if Hovey and Sniper were here, I'm sure Hovey and Sniper animates on Source Filmmaker as well. So there are a lot of people you can ask tips about and stuff like that. It's a good community, you know, to join the Source Filmmaker animation community. He saved his dispenser, and I didn't manage to air blast those rockets there. That sucks. Let's see if I can help cap the point here. Uncle Lewis saying, can you find me on spawn? I'll try to pay attention when I respawn, Uncle Leo. Uncle Leo so sneaky with his positioning there. Dev is asking if I do YouTube full time. No, I don't, Dev. YouTube is more of a hobby for me and something that enables me to talk about TF2 with other people, to meet new people and make friends, and to run my community servers, you know. If it weren't for my YouTube income, I would be able to run only one community server here in Brazil. Back in the day, when my Brazilian channel was smaller, because I have this channel and another one for Brazilian subscribers, I only had one community server that I paid from my own money. But because I receive a lot of support from subscribers, now we can have this, you know, worldwide server network. So that's what really enables me. Ah, and there's Uncle Leo, found him. How did you get on those places, Uncle Leo? That's so funny. What I do full time is I am a teacher. I teach Portuguese here in Brazil, you know, our native language. Like in the US, you have English teachers, you know, I'm a Portuguese teacher here in Brazil, and that's what I do full time. But I'm very glad, you know, I get so much support from subscribers on both of my channels. It really helps. I keep talking and I play like garbage. You know, how am I second place on the team? Come on, team. Come on, team. You're embarrassing yourselves. I should not be on second place on the score here. Come on, fellas. That's so funny, you know. So yeah. Curly Pet is saying that he uses Gmod. Okay. I thought you were animating on. I thought you also animated on Source Filmmaker, Curly Pet. Gmod is interesting because it has its own style. I like it as well. It is a lot of fun to watch some Gmod animations. And Crop is saying the worldwide servers are very cool. Everyone gets a chance to play and hang out with good ping, or sometimes with high ping, but it's still fun. Yes, I agree with that, Cropping. One thing I wish more community server providers would understand is really the concept of crowdfunding, you know. Not that they don't understand what crowdfunding is, but the idea of a crowdfunded project, at least in the sense of running services on the web, like game servers, is that those who can pay, and we see there Uncle Leo already found a cheeky spot for him to stay on. Those who can pay for those who can't, you know, that's the idea. You have Patreon supporters, for example, to enable you to produce content for everyone, even for people who aren't on your Patreon, you know, who aren't part of your crowdfunding project. And usually what we see other community server providers, oh my god, doing is that they only open servers in regions where they have paying users. So for example, if they don't have paying users in Brazil, they will not open servers in Brazil. You know, they will only open servers in Brazil if there's people in Brazil who are paying to support their project. And you know, it makes sense to operate like that. I don't think it is wrong or anything, but I think it would make more sense to just open servers in multiple regions and use those paying users, those people who are actively supporting the project, to use their support to help other communities, you know. For example, the first server I opened outside of Brazil was our London server, the server we have for Europe. And when I did that, we still had no European supporters. We only had Brazilian players supporting the project. And you know, we had enough Brazilian servers. I think about 6 or 7 Brazilian servers running, and we didn't need any more. They were enough to support the amount of players we had every month. And because of that, we thought about expanding to another region. And after I did that, the European supporters started showing up, you know. And especially people from Portugal and that region were very thankful about me opening a server in their region. So, you know, I wish other server providers would realize that, you know, that. And I say you know a lot. I'm starting to get self-aware about that. Curly Patty, I think, said once that I say you know a lot. Or was it Fitzgerald that said that? But I'm getting self-aware about that. It is a sort of a tick I have. But I wish other server providers would realize that. That you should open servers on regions where you don't have players. Because those players will only show up after you open servers on their regions. And again, even if no players show up, a community server is an asset by itself. You know, it's insurance for the community. So it is important to have a bunch of community servers spread out the world. So that's why I think like that, Cropping. And I agree with what you were saying. What are you saying? Country Ball da India is saying, Prof, in your opinion, does using a stretched resolution improve the gameplay in TF2? That's a very popular, in my opinion, misconception, Country Ball. I think that started because of professional Counter-Strike players. They really like to play in 4:3 resolutions, you know, those that get stretched. I'm just waiting for you, Demo Man. Oh, there's another Demo Man here. Okay. I think the professional Counter-Strike players that like to do that, and their idea is that if you stretch the resolution, the enemy models become stretched as well, so it is easier to aim for that, you know, or something like that. But I don't really think it makes a difference. I think it is more like placebo, you know, something that people are used to doing, and they start thinking that it makes a difference when it actually doesn't. No, that's my opinion at least. Because, I don't know, if you play... Ellison was trying to do the taunt kill. That was a nice try, Ellison. That was a nice try, I'll give you that. But, again, you know, when you stretch the resolution like that, if I'm not mistaken, you lose some field of view. And I think that having a broader field of view is more important than having stretched enemy models, you know. So that's why I don't really care for that. I think it is, you know, if you like playing like that, it's okay, but I myself don't do that, and I don't think it improves the gameplay. At least not for me. So yeah. Hey, hello Carol, how are you doing? Glad to have you here as well. Nice to have you here, Carol. Welcome. We're all doing fine, we're doing great. Doing better now that you came to join us, that's for sure. Okay, I want to wear blast stuff, but I can't. Or I should say that I can, but I don't manage to. It's okay, I'm here with 130 ping. You know, it's not that bad. When I play on the London server, I usually get a lot more than that. And I think that 100 and something ping is still playable. But it really messes up the timing for projectiles and for air blast. I kind of have to adjust. So that's my excuse for playing badly here, as always. Blame it on the ping, it's okay. Let's follow the scout, he escaped. I know their engineer has a teleporter somewhere. I wanted to know. TF2 ragdolls are so weird. I really like the ragdolls in this game. He's resting, as you can see. He fell asleep on the job. And now he fell down, okay. Ragdolls are the best. I used to play without ragdolls, you know, back in the day. To get more performance and stuff like that, but I don't regret enabling ragdolls back again. It is a huge part of the experience of playing TF2, in my opinion. So yeah. What else are you saying? Let me see. Super Simple Squad saying, finally I got you. It's nice playing with you, fellas. Always nice. And what else are you saying? Let me see here. To this asking if I watch UIL. I don't know that creator. Today I'll look for him later on YouTube. Is he on YouTube? I'll look for him. But I've never heard the name. To me it's new. Curly Paris is talking about my speak patterns. Let me see what else you fellas are saying. Yes, that's another one I say a lot, Curly Patty. I don't know, I think it, for me at least, I'm getting old, you know, I'm already in my 30s. Trolleyfish is such a troll. It's no surprise he uses that name. He's such a troll. But I'm getting old, I'm in my 30s already, and at least to me it is important to say what I'm going to do, you know, sometimes. Because if I don't, I think I lose track of what I was planning on doing. You probably notice I ramble a lot. And I think, you know, to avoid that, I sort of have to remind myself of... okay, I was going to say you should have jumped there, and he did. He's smart, that fella, but he died anyway. Rocket Boy. Rocket Boy is smart, but you could not escape the afterburn there. So yeah is another one I say a lot. I have to remind myself of what I'm saying. Game Bros is talking about trick stab with 100 ping. You know, for whatever reason, I think it is easier to play Spy with higher ping. Of all the classes, perhaps Spy is one of those that improves. I don't know what I'm doing here with higher ping. I think it is because if you are laggy as Spy, you are harder to hit and to predict. And I think people take advantage of that, you know. Got him, okay. And Trolleyfish as well. I really like this map, you know. Mercenary Park isn't the best map in the game, but it is a fun map to play, that's for sure. I really like it. Let's keep this point here and proceed with the match. I even know about, you know, some cheats for Spy that use fake lag, I think. I think that's a thing, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Again, so yeah, you know, I'm getting self-aware. I'm getting self-aware. I should allow Allison to get the taunt kill. I'm sorry, Allison. Next time I won't kill you. She's saying it's not working out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Allison. I won't kill you next time. I'll let you get your taunt kill. Because it is always funny when that happens. And Uncle Liu saying, oh, you're in your best years. Your age is like a fine wine. Ah, thank you very much, Uncle Liu. Thank you so much. Uncle Liu is always so nice to me. Thank you, my friend. But I feel I'm getting old, you know. I don't know how old you are, Uncle Liu. And by the way, if you're older than me, I'm not saying this to insult you or anything. Please don't take it that way. But ever since I turned 30, I've started feeling, you know, that I'm getting old. I sometimes get lightheaded for standing up too quickly. It's stuff like that, you know. Whenever I sit down on the couch, I sort of have to do something like this. You know, like when old people sit down, and it is not a thing I do voluntarily, you know. Spy here. Poor Spy. So I've started feeling that my body is getting older. It's a weird thing, because when you're 28, 29, you're fine. But as soon as you turn 30, it seems something changes. I don't know what it is. At least in my case, it was like that, and I've heard from a lot of people that they had the same experience. It's weird. Okay. Nice. Managed to do that. Nice. Okay. You see, now we have to get 2 strikes with the extinguisher to kill a heavy. You have to do more work. And it's fair, in my opinion. In my opinion, the extinguisher is balanced now. Back in the day, it was sort of overpowered. I think that's true. And there are some ghost particles here. Let's see if we can push to this last point. Okay, there's a heavy there. Ah, didn't match. I have to remember that it isn't a good idea to use the extinguisher when they have seen you. It is best to escape. Big Chungus is saying, I'm 13 and Mercenary Park is bad. It might be bad, Big Chungus, but I like it. It's okay to like bad stuff, no problem. And Curly Patty is saying, I'm 17, so I'm more like fine grapes. And Carol is saying as well that she's 17 and she does the same thing. Ah, okay, so it isn't an old people thing. Okay, that's good to know, Carol. Nice. And Uncle Liu is saying, I'm only 5 years away from you, friend. So that means you are 25 or 35, Uncle Liu? 5 years away. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But I think you are 25, if I would guess, you know. But it could be 35 if you are 5 years away from me. But you don't have to answer if you don't want to. It's okay. I know that age is a sensitive topic for some people. It's fine. And Curly Patty is saying, actually it's good to be young. People saying that I'm more like 17-year-olds than 17. Maybe it's because I'm so slow and calm. But it is good to be slow and calm, Curly Patty. Be like that, you know, it's the way to go in my opinion. And Game Bros is 14. Ah, it's 14, okay, you mistyped your own age. It's okay, no problem. Hey, hello there, Cox. And Luckiest, hello, glad to have you here as well. Welcome. Ah, Uncle Liu is 25. Okay. So you're younger than me, as I suspected. Very good. But you know, there's nothing wrong with getting old. In my opinion, experience is very important. And being young is good as well. Every age has its ups and downs. It's not like you are at your best or at your worst, you know. I think that the best time is always the present. And here we have Uncle Leo running away with fire on his feet. Halloween spells are and another spy here jumping around. If you fellas can, I know Uncle Leo likes to do this, but I will not put all the responsibility over his shoulders because I know it is exhausting. But if you can later tag the timestamps where we have funny ragdolls, I would really like to see that. Because I know when I'm talking and playing, I miss a lot of stuff from the game. And these ragdolls are top notch on this stream today, you know. You know, again, I think I have to make a t-shirt written, you know. Whenever I make any merch, that will be my trademark, you know. I think it will be a good merch. And so yeah, you know, on one side of the t-shirt and in the back, so yeah. That will be my first t-shirt design. Whenever I can sell merch here. Let's get... Ah, he ran away. Demonites are hard to deal with. Because you can always air blast them to stop their charges. But they can escape so easily. Rocket Boy is dead. What else are we saying? Let me see. Crop is saying, I'm 22 and I feel like most people in their 20s feel like they're older than they are. Then they reflect back like, oh, I was just a baby. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel today, Cropping. When I was like 23, 24, I thought I was like the most mature person I could ever be. And at that time, I was the most mature I ever was, you know. But when we get older, 20, 22 is like a baby. That's really true. Sometimes I even call people online, you know, son and kiddo and stuff like that, and they get offended, but I don't mean to offend like that. It's just that as we get older, everyone becomes a child in your eyes or something like that. I agree with that, Crappie. I'm seeing that happen to myself. Okay, let's try and hide from... I won't be able to get him. Blue Rambo is paying attention now. He's paying attention to me. Game Bros is saying, people think I'm younger than I actually am because I'm not big. But don't worry about that, Game Bros. I know a lot of people because I'm a teacher. I get to see students growing up, you know, from when they are little childs to when they are grown-ups. And it is very interesting to see how from one year to the other, they will simply grow up, you know, and it is very actually scary to see. Because in December, here in Brazil, the summer vacations are from December to January. And I may say, for example, goodbye to a student in November, and when I see that student again in January, they aren't childs anymore, you know, they are almost like grown-ups. It's scary, actually, how fast some people grow from one instant, or in an instant. I think that's what I meant to say. So don't worry about that. There you go, Alison. Good job, there you go. She's even surprised there. Oh, there you go, nice. It worked, yes, it worked. Good job, Alison. I really like to help people. There are two things I like to do to help people. I like to help them get down skills, and I like to help them level up their dual badge, you know, the dual badge you have in TF2. If you ever need someone to farm levels with your badge, come play on my streams and challenge me, because I accept all challenges and most of the time I lose them. So feel free to do that. I like to receive challenges in game. It is a lot of fun. And Curly Patty is saying, imagine younger professor without a mustache. I think if you want to see a younger version of me, Curly Patty, you should go to my Brazilian channel. It's called Oh Yeah Games, with an A. AWW Yeah Games. I think if you look it up on YouTube, you'll find it. And if you look through my older videos, I've been posting videos there ever since 2013, if I remember properly. And you'll be able to find a younger version of me. But I don't think I've ever recorded myself without a beard. I had a short beard, but I've always had a beard on my other channel. Perhaps someday I can share with you some pictures of a younger professor. I think it would be interesting. So yeah, people are now discussing their heights on chat. It's okay, fellas. It's okay to be tall. It's okay to be... And I disappeared there for a second. See? See, I have the power of invisibility. Stealth spell. If I raise my hand, I disappear. Look at that. It's so trippy. Chroma key is a weird thing, you know. I think if I get too close, I'll disappear as well. You see? There is this spot in which I phase out of this reality. So yeah. And I think I'll end stream right now, fellas. Thank you very much for passing by. It was a lot of fun, as always. We usually stream for only 1 hour, for newer people who are arriving just now. We usually stream for 1 hour, but if you missed stream, you can always watch our archive. And I post highlights throughout the week, so you don't miss the most interesting parts. But thank you everyone who came to watch and play with us. It was a lot of fun, and I really appreciate all of you, fellas. Also, thank you for everyone who sent super chats and donations. I really appreciate that. It really helps. And stay tuned on the channel for the video I'll be releasing tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll try to release it tomorrow, but I don't promise I'll be able to, but I'll try to release it tomorrow. about the Steam Deck, because I think it would be an interesting discussion about Valve's Portable. So yeah, thank you so much everyone, you are all so nice to me, I really appreciate it. This, I don't know if all of you know about it, but this is a heart shape. I think if I place it here, you'll be able to see it better. You see, it is like a heart emoji. Here in Brazil, some people have some people like to do this, in social media, and I think it's cute, so here's a heart for you fellas. And thank you very much for everything. I hope you have a wonderful week, and talk to you next time. Bye bye everyone.